Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Angel of God, my guardian here, who loves God, who is here. Ever the same, be at my side, to light and guide, to rule and guide. Amen. 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 So today, are you ready? Gusto niyo ba maglaro? Yes! No, sino nag-no? Kaya nyo magkalaro. So kung ready na kayo, gusto niyo bang gusto niyo makatanggap ng mga prize? Yes! Okay. If you're ready, can you do clap? Okay na to? Example, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay na to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3. Mali! Okay. Again. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay na to. Okay na to. So before we proceed forward. So today, before we proceed to our discussion, let's have an energizer. So our energizer called Math Operation Keyword. So this game will help us to recall math symbols. Alam niyo ba yung mga math symbols? Yes! Ano to? Addition! Addition. Add more plus one. Subtraction. Subtract minus less take away. Multiplication. Times, multiply, product, lots of. Division. Divided into, divided by, split. Equal. Makes total even equivalent. Diba, ma-recall pa natin? Kasi paminsan yung iba dyan nakakalimutan na. So, ang gagawin natin ay magpipili ako ng 4. So, the mechanics of this game is, if I will say clap, snap, boom, boom, tapos sabihin ko, clap, snap, boom, boom, subtract. So, anong kunin nyo? Subtract. Yes! So, next, sabihin, subtract. Eto, wait lang, mayroon ako mga sorry po, wait lang. So, again, tatawag ako ng 4 na wait lang. So, first is Miguel. Okay, Miguel. We have 4, dapat 4 na player. Miguel dito. Next is Java. Josh. Dago.
Gusto niya yan talaga dago.
Hindi, may surprise ko mamaya. So next is zero winning. Dalawa. Coffee and Tam. Come here. Wait. Guys, kurang lang. Dito.
Thank you so much.
Masih ka mga sinabi niya. Dapat marunong kayo sa mga key-operation. O sige, Senay. 1, 2, 3, go. Practice na clap. Snap. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, sabi. Clap, snap, boom, boom. Total. Pag uliisa ka, Okay, ano mo na? Sample mo na. 1, 2, 3, go. Clap, snap, clap, snap, boom, boom, next. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, go. Clap, snap, boom, boom, snap. levels eh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, okay. Ready ang tira, kasi dyan na si point. 1, 2, 3, go. Clap, snap, boom, boom, clap, snap, boom, boom, spin. Ito yung maarte ko nila. Wait lang, ulit lang. Uy, ang pura, dapat niya ba yung ulang eh? Siyempre, ulit sa dito. Teka, 1, ikatatlo lang ha. 1, 2, 3. Clap, snap, boom, boom, clap, snap, boom, boom, even. Okay. Sabi nila ito yung pinakamahiya na games. Wait. Nabiyak na.
Okay, so much for that. Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So this is the group 5 and we will discuss another topic group 8. So I want to finish when you were still in elementary. What is your first and last impression in the subject mathematics? I think yes, it's not this here. First and last impression mo, hindi talaga.
Yes.
Yes. First impression, how about your last impression? Okay, so your last impression is really how about the others?
First impression, I love
How about the others? What is your first and last impression? The subject mathematics. Mark? Same lang. How about Caitlin? First and last impression lang.
Wala siya mark lang. Kasi parang wala akong idea about doon. Then, yung last impression ko, bale, nagustuhan ko na. Kasi, depende din po sa, sa teachers na
Yes. So we have different perspectives when it comes to mathematics, right? There are good and there are bad. But the question here is, how can we change the perspective of our children when it comes to the subject mathematics? How about sa mga children na ayaw sa math? How can we change their perspective? Do you agree that playing is something the children enjoy?
Yes!
So how about we incorporate games in mathematics? Is it possible?
Yes!
Okay, just give me one can answer. Is it possible if we incorporate games in a subject mathematics? How?
Yes, for me, because we all know that child learn best through playing, diba? So by that, bale nakaka-explore sila in different, like, yung kanina yung ginawa ni July, like, basta yun.
Okay, so yes, it's possible to incorporate games in mathematics because we have the game-based learning. So when you hear the term game-based learning, what comes to your mind? Just one or two terms. What is your idea about the game-based learning? Activities. Okay, what else? Yes.
Parang we incorporate the parang game into matter into games.
Okay, thank you, Lynette. Yes, Miguel, you want to say something?
So in order for the children to learn, the teacher incorporate games to the activity or the lesson so that it will catches the attention of the children or the students.
Okay, thank you very good, Miguel. So, what is game-based technique? So, please read everybody.
Game-based learning is a teaching method that uses the power of games to guide and support learning outcomes.
So, this game-based learning is a way of teaching that uses games to help the students learn because it can make the lessons more fun and okay, so it can make the lessons more fun and engaging for the children. So the game-based learning can be categorized in traditional game-based learning and it involves
Physical or face-to-face interactive games.
Everybody please settle down and please copy the sample. Everybody please read.
Involves physical or face-to-face interactive games.
Okay, traditional game-based learning, it do not rely on digital devices and it is more focused on face-to-face and it uses here concrete objects such as charts or board games. And the game-based learning can also be categorized in digital game-based learning. Please read.
Integrate technology and digital platforms into the learning process.
Okay, so the digital game-based learning from the word digital, we integrate technology or different applications that can be used in the learning process. So in a classroom setting, games can be used in different ways. So the first one is this read.
Lessons are repeated, the students engage.
So what? Maintindihan niyo sa lesson starters to get the students engaged. Yes?
Okay, thank you.
Michelle?
Motivation.
Okay, so yeah, so very good. So that we can get the students' attention or catch the students' attention, we should have motivation or activity to make them engage. Kasi po, sa una pa lang, di ba, yung advice sa atin is dapat sa una pa lang is makuha na natin ang atensyon ng students. Kasi po, if sa una pa lang, hindi na po natin nakuha ang atensyon nila, may tendency na hindi na po sila interested or makikinig throughout that discussion. So, we have here an example of lesson plan, but we can, so to say, we can present it to television. So, I will just discuss this to you. By the way, this is our 5 lesson plan in mathematics elementary, grade 4, and the subject matter is multiplication and division. And explore part or the motivation or activity part, the students will play a game, the Boom Snap Graph. Yung ginawa niyo po kanina, yun po yung example ng game-based learning na pwede maging motivation. make sure lang po na yung motivation o yung activity is somehow related sa topic. Huwag po lalayo sa topic. Yun po ang pinaka-important na dapat nating maalala when we consider choosing our motivation. So another ways that games can be used in classroom setting is, please read everybody number 2.
Explore mathematical concepts and practices for either mathematical investigation.
Okay, so in explore mathematical concepts, it can help the students to explore different mathematical concepts and understand different math concepts so that they can develop their ideas or knowledge about mathematics. And of course, in an enjoyable way because we will incorporate games in the learning process. So last is games can be used to practice mathematical skills. So this means that after learning a concept, we can practice the lesson through games. For example, if yung gagawin nyo po mamaya, na after, for example po kami ng lesson plan about mathematical equations, which is the multiplication and division. Kanina po, naglaro na po kayo kanina na related pa rin sa multiplication and division, right? So, yung application nyo po is, you will play a bingo that is related to the topic. So, later na po after ng discussion. So, we have advantages with the game-based learning. The first advantage is games make math lessons fun and exciting for young learners. Kasi po, ang games can make happy and relaxed classroom setting wherein the student will not feel any pressure when solving mathematical problems. And ma-enjoy din po nila ang mathematics with incorporating different games and activities. Next advantage is games can change how students feel about math. So for example, may mga students po na ayaw sa math or hate lang nila ang math for no reason. So if we will incorporate different games and activities, it can somehow change their perspective. Now they see mathematics. Baka if hate nila una ang math, baka magustuhan nila after. Then next is games can help students become more confident in solving problems. Like they can share ideas with others and work with groups in games and activities. And lastly, the games can encourage students to talk about their ideas. So aside from it can develop their critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. With the use of games, it can develop their communication skills and their social skills because they will be working in a group, they will have teamwork, and they will be able to enhance and develop their communication and social skills. So that's all for my part. Next is teacher page.
Nag-integrate sa digital technology, that is advantage is students get much screen time. So, syempre yung disadvantage dito is may sila yung mata nila and yung oras nila parang na-waste din. The next one is games are always rated equally. Yun, hindi lahat ng games ay like sa lahat ba sila parang compatible sila or alam nila kung paano lalaro sa digital game research. So the next one is games can be a source of distraction, especially pag sa bahay. Yung games na mga household chores nila, like ginagalawa na nila yung mga gawain bahay. Then the fourth disadvantage is there can be a technology learning curve. Ano yung meaning dito na they can be a technology learning curve? So yun, ito yung disadvantage. The next one is GBL doesn't replace traditional. So hindi siya ma-replace sa traditional like sa yung ginawa kanina ni July yung traditional way yung physical face-to-face. The next one is games are not always aligned to teaching or learning goals. Hindi sa lahat ng bagay ang games ay may matutunan ang isang bata. Yun ang disadvantage yun. Next one is So class 2, however class, not all games that involve mathematical processes are considered to have instructional value. When we say instructional value, it encompasses the purpose of importance and it also to aim learning, to make the lesson engaging, more easier, and it also enabling teachers to effectively interpret concept. So we have here the teaching primary mathematics. Again, it has instructional value as the following characteristics. So, para sa tanong yung steps of class before you proceed here, I have an example here of the game-based learning, which is the game of Monopoly. Are you familiar with this game?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
So this game, as you know, is patented in December 31, 1935. So, di ba, Beluma talaga siya? Di ba, 1935. Paano ng mga lolo natin? Yun. Paano nga ba ito nalaruin? So, first of all, we need 4 players or 5 players. So, each player, para may sila play money of the amount or depende sa kanila kung anong gusto nilang amount. So, yun, at the start of the game, each player is given amount of play money, then players move around according to the throw of dice. Pag namin nila yung dice, then mag-move yun kung saan sila move, kung walang mang-ari, parang ito kasi parang land, may mga buildings, stores. Pag kung saan naralan yung dice nila, doon nila i-place yung kanilang yung card. I-place sila doon, tapos pagbabayad sila kung anong amount ang money. Pag ang player naman din nag-draw ng dice, tapos tumama sa may-ari na, so siya ang magbabayad ng renta. Ganun. So pag ganun ang game, hanggang matapos, papapumpit nila kung paano nila, kung magkano ang ginastos nila sa binayaran nilang lupa. Doon na din pumapasok yung mathematics, yung computation. So, yun na nga, following characteristic here is the game has 2 more opposing teams. Yun na nga sinabi kanina, 2 or more. Then the game has a goal and the players have to make a finite number of moves to reach the goal stated. Each move is the result of a decision made. Yun yung mag-decide sila kung kung i-rate nila or ikaw na lang. The third one is, there's a set of rules that govern decision making. And the fourth rules, the rules are based on mathematical ideas. And the game ends with the goal stage. Yun na nga, pag natapos na yung game, doon na nila mag-compute ang kanilang lahat ng nagastos, which is, doon na pumapasok yung mathematical, or the game-based learning is the computation. So, i-compute nila kung magkano ginayat nila sa lupa. Yun. Kung sinong madaming, or kung sino yung less na ginastos, siya yung mananalo. I guess nyo? Yung full gaming. So, I don't have an example here because I don't have money to buy this because it's pricey siya. So, take mo lang. Yes, yun. Thank you. That's all from our part. The next part is Teacher Sauda. Thank you.
Okay, so once again, good afternoon. So I am Sauda Takali. So before I proceed to my discussion, I have here a short question lang. Okay? So, why are math games special? Why are math games special? Yes, anyone? Yes, Ines?
Because it matches the attention or the interest of the
Okay, very good. Another? Yes, Miguel?
It develops the critical thinking of the child.
Okay, so thank you very much. Yes, sir?
I think it's more special than other subjects because it involves posting numbers.
Okay, so thank you very much. All of your ideas are correct. So, unlike regular games that are just for fun, math game help students practice and apply math skills while still being enjoyable. So the fourth characteristic is what separates mathematical game from other games. So this suggests that a good mathematical game is not only having fun, but also about doing math in itself. So a teacher has three important tasks that implement game-based learning. So first we have lay down rules clearly. Who can give me explanation of this? Lay down rules clearly. Anyone? No one? Okay. So here no, teacher should explain the rules clearly so that students understand how to play. Siyempre, importante yung rules sa game, di ba? Paano nyo magagawa yung play kung hindi nyo naman alam kung ano yung mga rules na dapat gawin. So, dapat yung teacher, mag-guide siya, titignan niya yung ginagawa ng mga student, kung ginagawa ba ng tama, or nagagawa ba nila yung rules sa game. Okay. So, next we have observe, assess, and process the student understanding. So, teacher should observe and assess how the student are learning during the game. So, kailangan ni teacher mag-observe kung nagagawa ba yung rules na tama, or at the end of the game, pwede niya i-assess, pwede niya tanungin kung nahirapan ba sa game, or may kailangan bang improve. Yan. So, the third one, work with the student who need additional help. So here, no, teacher should help students, struggling student, so that everyone benefits from the activity. Naintindihan? Work with student, ano naman siya, explain naman siya. Okay, may question kayo dito?
None so far.
That would be all. So the next is challenge. Everyone please read.
Developing a game that has an instructional value is challenging, so learning is the process of creating a new one. You would adapt an existing game but modify it according to your learning goals.
So here it talks about the challenge of making a game that helps students learn something. So instead of creating a new game, you can take an existing game and change it a little bit to match the learning goal. So when we say modify, it means that you can change or you can add to improve or to make suitable for a specific purpose. So some games are fun, but hindi siya nag-teach wala siya nag-teach ng learning. Yun na nga yung sinabi ni Briggs na kanina na some games wala siyang learning. So to make to make them useful for learning, so we need to change new rules or to add some questions. So to make so by that, while enjoying the game, so you are also learning while playing. So I know the Uno cards are familiar. Yes. So yung Uno card is pwede siya sa dito sa game learning guys. So yung original rules niya is, so each players have 7 cards at the start. So next is players take turns placing a card that matches the color or number of the top card on the discard pile. Yung number sa taas ng card. Then yung third rules niya is, if a player cannot play, they must draw a card from the deck. Mag-draw sila ng ibang card. Then yung unang card, my special action card siya, yung skip turns, change directions, and so yun. So kung sino yung player na natapos
yung card, siya yung mananalo. So to make the uno educational, we had a rule. So example, before playing number card, the player must solve a math problem related to that number. So for example, if the top card is color blue, yung top number niya is yung color niya is blue, and then yung number niya is 4. So and the player wants to play red, then yung number niya din is 4. They must answer a question like, what is the answer of 2 times 8 divided by 4. So the answer is 8 divided by 2 pala. So the answer is 2. The answer is 4. So yun. And another is what is the answer of 2 times 2? So the answer is 4. So if they get it right, so the player they play a card. If they got it wrong, they must draw 1 card before continuing. So this way, players can practice math while enjoying the game. So yun.
Okay, since we are done with our discussion, now we are going to play a fun game. So are you excited?
Yes!
Okay, so I want all of you to participate in this game. Okay, so but before that, let me ask you. So are you familiar with the game bingo?
Yes!
That's right. So can someone explain how bingo is played? Yes, Caitlin? Okay. Yes.
Sabihin ko, may mga pattern po yan para makabigo po. Pwede siya straight, pwede pa.
Opo, yes, that's exactly. So how do you feel when you play bingo?
Excitement!
Exactly. So today we will play a special version of bingo that will help us practice our critical thinking and decision making. So, but before we start, may I call on my partner Julani to explain the mechanics of the game.
So hello everyone. Hello again. So before we proceed, mag-group muna tayo into 10 groups. Then after, explain ko yung mechanics. So 10 groups. So 1, 2, 10. So 1. Madala na yun. Count na 1 to 10. So 10 groups sila tayo. 6.
9, 8,
Aubrey. 3. 4.
5, 6, 8,
9. Count down.
9, 10, 1,
Trixie.
2,
Kaya.
3,
Marnila.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
1. Sila nag-abis. Sige, go na.
1,
Hindi sila kapingin.
6, 7, 8, 9,
9. So 9. So sino yung group 1? 1. Tayo group 1. Group 1. So group 1 will stay here. Group 2, okay lang. Group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So go! Everyone! Group 5. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So today, guys, everyone listen. So the mechanics of this game is, everyone listen. So the mechanics of
of this game is prepare your bingo cards. Each group get a bingo card with different numbers written in the boxes. So these numbers are the answer to math problem. So next is listen to the math problem. So the teacher will call out a math question. Like example, nagulat ako dito. Sabi, 1 plus 1. 2. So hanapin nyo sa box ang 2 na sabi.
Yes.
Gets nyo?
Yes.
So solve and make the number. If the answer is on your bingo card, mark the number. So, ito yung pattern natin. Yung pattern natin pwede maging straight, pwede maging slanting, pwede rin maging ganito, pwede rin maging ganito, pwede rin ganito. Okay, so pero isa lang yan. It's either ganito, 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 No. Only isang line lang. Or, kung sino ang makauna mabingo, lahat na to sa kanya prizes. Yes, only one lang. So, are you ready? So, are you ready? So, everyone, punta dito, one representative for you. Only one. Oh, open na. Sino to?
I like your book.
Are you ready? So 15 minutes. Are you ready? Where's the group 1? Group 2? Group 3? Group 4? Group 5? Group 6? Group 7? Group 8? Group 9? Group 10? So, the first. Guys, by the way, ano to siya? Grade 6 level pa siya. Meron mga overall numbers. Pero okay lang, walang pressure. Mag-count lang sa everyone, listen! Okay. For the first is Saji. 50 plus 1. Sabihin kayo na mag-iwan. Mark na. Okay na. Oh, next. Sabi. 7 times 2. Change word. Okay lang yan. Next. Saji, ito malaki to number. 6 times 8. 6 times 8. Saji. Okay, na next. Sa N, 20 plus 20. Huwag ka sabi. Everyone, tahimik na. Kung may answer dyan, ilagay. Kung wala, huwag tahimik na kasi para makonsume natin tong time mo. Para meron tayong discussion. Sabi, 10 minus 5. Saan? 9 times 5. 5. Okay, the next. 7 times 3. Next. 3.
Ay!
20 minus 3. Okay. Say ulit. 20. Everyone. 20 plus 8. Say. 20 plus 8. Ay, kusa. 20 plus 8.
Pwede tayo
O, ito. Saong. 100 minus 25. Na, Biko! O, next. Sa G. 50 minus 4.
Ajib!
50 minus 4.
Ako sa dalawa mo kami.
Sa next. Sa G ulit. 25 plus 24. Ano? 25 plus 24. Say ulit. 50 minus 25. Okay, next na. Sa I. 6 times 3. Next is I. 4 times 5. So wait lang guys. So, hindi lang kung kayo ang maraming okay, so meron din tayong mga interactive games. Meron din math hash, math relay, fraction pizza, and roll dice. So the importance of these games are learning in math is essential because it makes learning engaging, interactive, and enjoyable for students. So everyone, thank you for listening. I hope